Welcome back, educators! In today's video, we're exploring the relationship between special education services and the multi-tiered system of supports, or MTSS. We'll break down what each system provides, how they're related, and how they work together to support students who need additional help, whether it's due to learning differences, behavioral challenges, or disabilities. Let's dive in and see how MTSS and special education work hand in hand to help every student reach their potential. First, let's do a quick overview of what MTSS and special education services are and how they function individually. MTSS. As we've discussed in previous videos, MTSS is a multi-tiered framework designed to provide different levels of support to students based on their needs. It ranges from universal supports at Tier 1 to more targeted interventions in Tiers 2 and 3. MTS aims to help all students meet academic and behavioral benchmarks before considering special education referrals. Special education services, on the other hand, are specifically for students with disabilities who have been identified through an evaluation process. These services are provided under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act idea and are designed to address the unique educational needs of students with qualifying disabilities through Individualized Education Programs, or IEPs. So, how are MTSS and special education connected? The two systems work closely together, with MTSS often acting as a bridge to special education for students who may need more intensive support. Let's look at some of the key ways that MTSS and special education are related. 1. MTS as a pre-referral process. MTSS serves as an early intervention process to identify and support students who are struggling, whether academically or behaviorally. By providing targeted interventions in Tiers 2 and 3, MTSS can often help students make progress without needing a formal special education evaluation. However, if a student isn't responding to Tier 3 interventions, MTS data can be used to support a referral for special education evaluation. Example: a student in Tier 3 who receives intensive reading intervention but continues to struggle with phonics and comprehension may be referred for a special education evaluation to determine if they have a learning disability. Using MTSS data for special education referrals. Data collected through MTSS, such as progress monitoring, assessments, and intervention results, can provide valuable insights for special education teams. This information helps determine if a student may have an underlying disability that requires specialized support beyond what MTSS can provide. Example: if MTSS data shows a consistent lack of progress despite various interventions, the data can support the need for further evaluation for services like speech therapy, occupational therapy, or other special education supports. 3. Collaboration between MTSS and special education teams. MTS and special education teams often collaborate to ensure that students receive the support they need, regardless of where that support falls within MTSS or special education. Regular communication and collaboration between these teams can prevent duplication of services and help ensure a smooth transition if a student moves from MTSS to special education. Example: MTSS and special education teams might meet regularly to review student data, discuss effective interventions, and decide whether a student's needs are best met through MTSS or by an IEP. Now that we understand the connection between MTSS and special education, let's take a look at how they work together in real-life situations. This collaboration helps provide a continuum of support for students as their needs change. For students who move from MTS to special education, some students who receive Tier 3 support in MTSS may eventually qualify for special education if they aren't making adequate progress. When this happens, the MTS team shares intervention data with the special education team, helping them create an IEP that's based on detailed, documented student needs. Example: a student who hasn't responded to reading interventions in Tier 3 may be evaluated and found eligible for special education. Their IEP might include specialized instruction with a reading specialist and accommodations, like extended time on reading tasks. For students receiving both MTSS and special education services. In some cases, students with IEPs also benefit from MTSS supports. For example, a student with an IEP in math may still participate in Tier 1 or Tier 2 reading interventions to boost their literacy skills alongside general education students. Example: a student receiving special education support for a math-related learning disability might also receive Tier 2 reading support. This ensures they're making progress in all areas, not just those covered by their IEP. For students who receive only MTSS support, many students who need additional help may only require MTSS interventions, not special education services. MTS provides an equitable way to address these students' needs, giving them targeted support without requiring a formal evaluation or IEP. Example: a student struggling with focus in class may respond well to Tier 2 behavioral supports, like daily check-ins or a behavior chart, without needing a formal behavior plan through special education. When MTSS and special education work together effectively, they create a seamless system of support that meets students where they are and adapts to their needs. Here are some key takeaways on how this coordination benefits students and educators. 1. Prevention and early intervention. By using MTSS as a first line of support, schools can often prevent the need for special education referrals by addressing student needs early on. 2. Data-driven decision-making. MTS provides a wealth of data that supports special education evaluations, ensuring that referrals are backed by documented evidence of student performance and needs. 3. Flexibility and inclusivity. Together, MTSS and special education create a flexible system that supports students' academic, behavioral, and social-emotional growth in a way that's inclusive and equitable. 4. Efficient use of resources. Coordinating MTSS and special education services reduces redundancy and ensures that students receive the right level of support in the most efficient way possible. In summary, MTSS and special education are two systems that work closely together to support all students. While MTS provides early, tiered support to prevent the need for more intensive services, special education offers individualized instruction for students with identified disabilities. Together, they ensure that students receive the help they need, whether through general education interventions or specialized services. Thanks for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and let us know your thoughts or questions in the comments below. See you next time!